Remodeling a kitchen is a big project that involves a lot of money. It is the dream kitchen that you have always wanted to have, and a lot of mistakes can be performed when doing such a big remodel like this. So today I am going to talk about the biggest mistakes people make when remodeling a kitchen and how you can avoid them. Mistake number one, hiring a contractor that gave you a price too good to be true. In many cases, contractors give you a very low price and you might think that's a good idea because in the end you're saving a lot of money. Although a low price may not always be good because you pay so much for this remodel, you buy expensive cabinets, and the last thing you want is to have an inexperienced contractor come and do a really poor job on your kitchen remodel. That's why it's always important to hire a very experienced contractor with good reviews that will make sure the kitchen is as best quality as possible. Mistake number two, trying to go as cheap as possible and not making any changes to your current layout. Although making changes to a layout may be expensive or it may sound expensive, a lot of the times it may not be too much more to actually change the layout of your kitchen and make it much more usable. In the end, you want to make this your dream kitchen and you want it to pay off. And sometimes putting just a little bit extra money into your kitchen remodel may go a long way. For example, if you sell the house in the future, you will definitely get a much bigger offer for your house if it was an open concept layout rather than covered with walls and things like that. When you list your house for sale and people come into an old kitchen, people don't know exactly how much it's going to cost to actually remodel the kitchen. So a lot of the times just the thought to actually get into the remodel may put people into kind of a bad feeling, and they might not offer you a good offer for the house, or they might just not offer at all because they think that it's a lot of money to actually do this remodel. So like I said, sometimes it's just better to put a little bit extra money so that in case you do sell it in the future, you will have much better offers. And for you as well, you want to make sure that you get the most usability out of this kitchen, and so you enjoy this kitchen as much as possible. Mistake number three, spending too much money on appliances. Although you may want to have really nice new appliances so that you get the most usability and so it's more comfortable for you to actually cook in your own kitchen, a lot of the times we see clients overspend on appliances, buy appliances that they won't actually use that much. For example, if people don't cook too much in their kitchen, then expensive appliances may not be the best option, but some people buy them anyway. People can go as far as spending a few $1,000s for just an oven or a cooktop. Sometimes cheaper appliances may be as good, and even if they aren't as good as expensive appliances, they will still get the job done and you'll be much more satisfied with them because you will have much more money to actually put into other aspects of the kitchen. For example, better quality cabinets, or maybe better countertops, something that will actually visually look really nice. When we remodel or flip homes, we always look at the value of the house when we decide to sell it. So basically, are we going to get the return on the house when we actually put really expensive appliances in there? A lot of times buyers may not really care about such expensive appliances because they might just care about the functionality of the kitchen or how open concept it is. A lot of the times they might care about new windows, new roof. A lot of the times they might not care about more expensive appliances, more better quality appliances. It's also good to look at discounts for appliances. You may actually get a really good deal on appliances that are just slightly damaged or even not damaged at all, just being discontinued. A lot of the times those are going on sale, so you can actually get yourself a really good deal. So it's important to always make sure to buy or look at appliances a bit ahead of time, just so you're getting a good deal and not wait until the last minute. It's also important to not rush your decision when buying appliances because that's when you can actually really get into spending a lot of money just for a refrigerator or a cooktop or oven or dishwasher. Mistake number four, and this is a big one, not adding enough lighting in your new kitchen. Lighting is the most important part of homes. You want the home to be very open and you want there to be a lot of light to see what you're actually doing. A lot of old kitchens have really old design lights in there. They might have only just a few lights that don't give you the kind of open feeling when you're in the kitchen. The cost to add new lighting may not really even be that expensive. You can actually get some good deals on some lights. Mistake number five, using outdated or cheap cabinets. You see this very often when we remodel kitchens for clients. A lot of clients want to put in, cheap cabinets and maybe even outdated designs. And like I said, sometimes it's not the best idea to put the cheapest cabinets, the cheapest product possible In the end, you might be saving money, but in the long run, you may actually end up not getting the kind of offer you want when you decide to sell the house. And you just personally might not be happy with the design of the cabinets. Like I said, remodeling a kitchen is a very expensive project. When you're doing it, you want to make sure the design will last 20 to 30 years. And with outdated cabinets, they may already look very old after just about 10 years. Mistake number 6, gap above the cabinets. I see this a lot in new construction homes. Developers usually give a very big gap above the cabinets, between the ceiling and the cabinets, and it just kind of looks unfinished. It looks very cheap, and that's what developers usually like to do. They like to cheap out materials and put the lowest quality possible, and it makes sense, of course, because you want to make the most profit as possible. So as a developer, it kind of makes sense, but when you're doing a remodel for yourself, you want to make sure you're not doing a big gap above the cabinets. You're just finishing it off all the way to the ceiling. Now this is very popular and it is a modern design. It's gonna go a long way, and it's not too much extra to actually put like a filler and a crown molding at the end of the filler to fill in the gap. You can also put an artificial piece of cabinet that looks like an actual door but is, above the cabinets. It's very high. It's not like anyone's really going to put things in there, and that usually can cover up the gap above the cabinets. But our go-to design when we design kitchens for clients is if they have 8-foot ceilings, we usually like to offer 36-inch cabinets, then put a 6-inch filler and a crown molding that goes up to the ceiling. It just looks very expensive and exclusive design. It looks very premium quality, and that's why we really like this design, and we always offer this for our clients. Mistake number 7, not removing soffits when remodeling your kitchen. A lot of old houses have soffits in their kitchen, but it actually forces you to have a smaller cabinet size. So you always want to remove those soffits if you can. There are, of course, some exceptions if you have, for example, dock vents inside or plumbing and you might not be able to remove them. That's an exception, of course. But if you can remove the soffit, just do it, and it's going to be a much nicer look. I typically see this on house listings. People actually just decide to keep the soffit, just paint the cabinets to like a white or gray color, and it really doesn't look that much nicer. It just looks very cheap, and it's just better off to remove the soffit if you can. Have a 36-inch cabinet and then 6-inch filler and crown molding up to the ceiling. Or if you have another idea, maybe you have a higher ceiling, like a 9-foot ceiling that will allow for a 42-inch cabinet. Or if you want, you can also do 39-inch cabinet, and you can kind of play around with the fillers and a crown molding. That's usually how we like to do it, and usually when I see new kitchens, that's exactly what I see. But that is going to be it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy this video and you found this video helpful, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. If you guys have any suggestions on which videos you would like to see next, pop them in the comment sections below and I will be sure to make those videos, and I will see you guys in the next video.